Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Wolverines will kick this deep to start us off. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So Alabama's offense will be the first up today. Here comes that star wide receiver with the swag that kind of rubs opponents the wrong way, Kirk, because he's saying, I don't care who you are, I'm going to embarrass you today.
Well, Chris, there's a rumor that this guy actually DMs the opposing corners before the game that he's going to go up against, as if to say, hey, it's going to be a long day for you today. But the wild thing is he actually comes out and single-handedly unravels defenses to the point that by the end, it looks like he's in the heads of the opposing secondary. They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there. But give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Trying to create here on the move. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And here's the return. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. Wow, so the punt returner all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He hands it off from the gun. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down play for this offense. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And now from the pistol formation. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. offense gets set up here. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. Special teams on the field. Now here comes a punt. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And he takes it around the 20. Return it one down. Sets up the next drive. So Michigan's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The back's got it on a counter. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Tucker. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they... going finally. Get some points out of this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Wow, juke the first tackler. That was enough to make the first down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. When you think back of the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit. Punt team ready to boot it away. And the returner will be brought down. And one final play before the end of the quarter. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead. To the quarter. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Tailback takes the handoff again. Breaks the tackle. Gets into the clear. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
They're going to run it. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Pressure is coming. Decides not to throw it and will take. Loss on this side. And they will trot out the field goal team here. He missed it. Field goal, no good. And the lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Not able to connect, incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. Catch made down inside the 25. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. On the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Encroachment. Defense. Contact in the neutral zone leads to the penalty. That's good news for the offense. Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Neutral zone defense. Penalty gives the offensive coordinator a little bit more room to work with now. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Here's a run call on 3rd and goal. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
Field goal try, no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here comes a handoff. Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. So quickly all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game. Being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
Yeah, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and it'll cost the offense 5. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. Heads out of bounds and a short gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. And the Wolverines will have to kick it away. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Sampson. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made to the 32.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he misfires again. 3 in a row. The Wolverines will line up to boot it away.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete downfield. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
Offense moving into a bunch formation. And looking to throw now on first down. who makes the grab.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw and put it on target.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. And that one's straight down the middle.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Trying to build on a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
What a simple read and a simple throw for the quarterback. You want to give me the running back sliding out of the backfield? No problem. I'll take that. Let him do the work after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. To see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 40 now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down. The completion moves the ball down to the 4. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to chuck it again. Breaks free. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. And it's good. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the single back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him out across the 20. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Second down, we're going to throw it. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. 3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The short completion to the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. No huddle now for the offense. Sticking with the running game. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
Positive yards. That's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
3rd down after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's looking deep here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Back to throw again. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. And the quarterback dropping back. He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this 4th down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that 1st down.
Let's check out this running back comparison. These guys have been excellent, pounding away and seemingly only getting stronger. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete, just across the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. And the back now goes in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Nowhere to go. That ball knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the 2nd half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on third down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off that nice play.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on 3rd and very long. The pass rush closing in. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Short throw complete to the tight end. No, they're stopped in short. The defense with a big 4th down play to protect this lead late in the game. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick throw testing the middle. That's going to be incomplete. A 4th down drop here in the middle of the field.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous. Lost his concentration and drops the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. Had a nice drive going here, but now it's 3rd down and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Caught quickly.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you've got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Dump off caught by the running back. Will actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. 1st down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the 1st down marker.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, I'd say this run... and what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Been a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Catch made by the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Touchdown, Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick completion to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Going for a big play downfield. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he'll set up to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
The extra point is good. It's a 31-10 game. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Here's the option play. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
And that's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Catch made on the left side. And they pick up the 1st down. Tackle at the 25. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, Wolverines. And this one is getting ugly.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And the coverage team able to bring him down.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
So the drive begins here, backed up at their own 9. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for the wide out. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make...
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection.